we're not at the lake magnet fishing.
We're here in Wiz's living room showing you our favorite Christmas magnet fishing video.
We've chosen our top 10 moments of this year to show to you guys.
Welcome to our Christmas video. Heather, how did you get started magnet fishing?
Let me tell you. I was watching a YouTube video, Man Plus River, and he scuba dives and finds treasure. And one weekend he was magnet fishing and he uploaded that video and I was hooked. Bought a cheap set on Amazon and gave it a try, and my first find was a bottle cap.
Nice.
Was it a Corona?
It was not. I believe it was a Miller High Life.
Ooh,
Yes.
very nice.
So how did you get dragged into it?
So Heather kept telling me about this somewhere like in February, and I'm like, what is it? Just I was like, something was like, it's just, what is this? I love fishing, by the way. Love regular fishing. I've done it my whole entire life, so I was kind of like intrigued. And then the pandemic hit, so we're all locked up in our houses, can't do much, and so she's talking about like, I really just want to get out and do something. I don't care. I just want to go outside, enjoy the weather. And so I'm like, so I hit her up, I'm like, let me go magnet fishing with you one time. And we went out to Grapevine. And we found that, I remember we got some mud on the side of the Jeep, and we found the sign. And I think the first thing I ever pulled in was a fishing tape, a tape measure. And I also got the magnet stuck that day too.
We never do that.
No, I mean, which is basically kind of like, that's just a normal, happens every time we go.
Did you go swim?
I did not that time. I did some redneck engineering and got the thing pulled out, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I was like, I don't want to go be that guy that goes fishing the first time and lose her $60 magnet.
That was the first time we threw it over to the shore.
Right.
And pulled it from the opposite direction and kind of perfected our technique.
Yeah. And then I think it was just kind of after that was like the weather started getting really nice. So I'm like, let's just, it was just like nice. It was really nice. It just felt so exuberating to just get out, be in the sun, and just, from being locked up for months on end, just having a good time with, a good friend. I didn't just like every week, I'm like, where are we going? What are we doing? And then, I kept for a long time. I was just using Heather's equipment. I was bumming her equipment, and then I finally bought my own.
Not that
I don't know how that feels at all.
And then I'm trying to remember like when we roped you into this,
Well, I've been going regular fishing every Saturday night and having zero luck for a couple of months, and so finally you guys were like, well, try magnet fishing, and it's been every weekend since, except for the small break of shattering my femur and being out for a good 2 months there. But the day I landed back in Texas from Minnesota, I was like, when are we going magnet fishing? And Heather was like, are you for real? And I was like, yeah. She's like, all right, well, I'll pick you up in 2 days.
Which is like, to me, it's like, that's the true essence of fishing, is like, even though you're injured or something, like we figured out a way, like, okay, we'll prop you up on the, the dock, and you're out there tossing the magnet, catching stuff like crazy. I think that's the true essence of the sport, as we'll call it, is that we just we make do, and we just kind of do things. And it's part of it's the treasure hunt, and part of it's the camaraderie. That's the thing for me.
It's even if you're not catching anything but bottle caps, you're spending the day with your friends, and you're having good conversation and good fun, and just swearing a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's the best stress release of COVID that we've got.
And then typically, we after we get done, it's we grab Mr. Neon, and we go find a burger or some wings and some beer, and then just kind of talk trash the rest of the night. And it just makes for.
It's been the best therapy that a cripple could possibly have.
I think it's to me it's definitely when I look back on 2020, it's one of the. I think it's just been one of the best things just to re-energize my love for the outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
And then, just the crazy things that we come up with. We have custom T-shirts.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. From it, and that was just because we were talking shit one day. magnet fishing, and just all the other little things that we come up with. And people will ask you like, what do? You do what? Magnet fishing? And then you start to tell them like, oh yeah, check out our YouTube channel, and we found this and found that, and then they become interested, and then they want to go try it themselves, which to me is the greatest compliment, is when they actually go and they do it.
Yeah, and it's clean in the water.
Easy Turbo.
Turbo. We use Turbo a lot. Turbo Junior is a magnet that I found. I was at Cedar Creek Lake. I was magnet fishing. It's the first magnet I ever found. I was surprised to find him. He had a cone on him, just a little funnel, and he was caught in a rock. So that was the first magnet that I found, and he is very strong.
He's
very
just
strong.
I think I like to call it like I think of him like Superman. It's like this weird thing that just came out of nowhere.
Nothing can stop him.
And it's just like Ashley uses Turbo and brings up like all sorts of stuff. I got my expensive ones over here, and then Ashley just pulls out this thing, and like there it goes.
And he doesn't weigh anything,
Yeah.
so he's great for people who can't throw anything.
Yeah.
But he can bring up heavy pieces. He brought up a piece of a motor.
Oh yeah.
And he's crazy
And he has
strong.
no shielding, so it's like you pull up a rod on top and a rod on bottom, just the way we like it. And there's nothing stopping Turbo.
Yeah, he's a really great magnet. Botman Lake.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get y'all to go to Botman Lake for weeks.
Well, I
And-
sat outside of Bachman Lake a good 30 minutes waiting for you guys to tell me you were there, and I look over to my left, oh, they're fishing.
I mean, I think the thing that stands out about me about Bachman Lake was when we got there, I'm like, man, we ain't gonna find nothing out here. Like, this is gonna suck.
In the first hour, we didn't find nothing, and it sucked.
It did suck.
did.
It was, what, 105 that day?
Oh, it
was
107?
But Bachman, then we went to the other side of the lake. That's when it got really interesting on that weird dock that we're at. Is when we just started pulling up some crazy stuff.
We found our first bicycle that day.
Bike! It's our first bike!
Yeah,
First pager.
First pager. Mr. Neon.
showed up.
Made his
Showed
first
up.
appearance.
First
Yeah,
cast,
it's his
gets
first
the
appearance.
what'd you get?
Keys.
Keys. Something.
You got a key! What the shit?
That shit, dude, first fucking cast, you get a key.
Shut up!
And that was the first time I got to go swimming.
Yes.
I
The
could-
hook was stuck.
I can pull out my cell phone for that one, but
Yeah.
we got some bad video of
That
people first
was.
swim.
How was that lake?
The water was fine. It was just it was a little nasty, but I was like no magnet left behind. And
We still gotta go back for that barrel.
yeah, and so Bachman was a great surprise. I was very surprised about Bachman. That was a good surprise.
That's
Yes.
one of my favorite videos.
Yeah. One day we'll go back.
But you guys started magnet fishing way before I did. When did you guys take that picture that's on your YouTube page?
That was when we went out to White Rock Lake. We call it the newspaper dock. Where was it? Where is that? Where's the newspaper dock? Just what side of White Rock is that?
That would be the west side, and we found a lot of small items, but then we saw that kid fishing.
And we went over to the dock, and we started fishing there. And the kid asked if he could join in with us. And the three of us, that was the first time we started really pulling up like really large items besides like bottle caps and knives and things like that. We got that newspaper box, and that was really the start of the large items that we started catching. And then it became like right after that we started really catching big stuff.
But that kid showed us up because we were playing with that newspaper box, and he tossed in the double-sided magnet and hooked that just right and pulled up that newspaper box. And Wiz and I were like,
Oh crap.
So
I'll
this
be
is how we
damned.
magnet fish.
Yeah, and then he was like, we put him in the video, and he was like, I'm gonna go get me a magnet. Like he didn't even want to mess with his fishing pole anymore. It was pretty cool.
yeah, that was a good time.
And
I could see the anchor in his eyes.
Speaking of anchor, the week that we went out to what we refer to as sneak attack dock, sneak attack,
Sneak attack.
you caught that anchor.
An anchor.
And that was also, you know, by just weird coincidence, we were really excited for some reason.
I think that was, it was a heavy object, and I got that with the 880 single-sided,
And
and it came right up.
also too, that was kind of, for some reason, we're at that dock where it's a weird shape. And that's when we just started doing what we call sneak attack.
Because it has enough space underneath it that we can swing the magnet back underneath, and that's where all the good stuff goes.
Oh,
the
yeah.
knives and...
So you have to explain. Sneak attack is where you swing the magnet back and forth and then release under the dock and drag all that shit out.
Because that's where the good shit is.
But check for metal first, so you don't lose your
So
magnets.
you don't swing it under like we've done before
Yes.
and stick it to the bottom of the dock.
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Speaking of getting your magnets stuck, what about the Herman dock?
Oh, Herman dock. That was the first time that I actually had my real magnet that I paid money for. And we went out there, and we weren't really catching much that day, but I think I got it stuck on the damn dock twice.
He
and
did
then,
it.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
in a tree once. And I was just thinking to myself, I just paid all this money for this nice magnet, and it's not going to go home with me. But, I mean, that was just a normal day. We caught some cool stuff. You caught, some ammo, some bullets, ammo?
Yeah, there were some bullets that I got, and we looked online, and they came from the 40s. The bullets didn't look that old, but I think somebody maybe had recently tossed them into the lake.
And we caught some other just normal stuff, I think, like
Hooks,
Hooks,
lures,
lures, and-
bottle caps, of course.
our White Rock specials, we call it.
White Rock.
But it was just in the video, if you watch one of our other videos, you'll see it in there. Like you'll hear this, me yell with an explicit, and you'll hear it go donk on the dock, and Heather starts laughing at me.
You can definitely hear it on the video that first time he gets it caught.
We like to hear him get it caught.
What about that time we went to Hillbilly Haven?
That wasn't that the weekend you broke your hip?
Oh, Minnesota, oofda.
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 We thought we would find a lot out there. We got underneath that rope swing.
It looked like it was a beautiful location.
I'm jealous.
It was
I
beautiful.
wish I could have gone.
We
Yeah, so do we.
caught one bottle cap, and I think the rest of the day we
No. We got two bottle caps.
two bottle caps. Okay.
Two.
Well, and then the rest of the day we just kind of played in the river and listened to Pat Green and drank beer. I mean, that was
Yeah, we did.
Hillbilly Haven. It wasn't great for magnet fishing, but it was a really awesome location. It was
Yeah.
really beautiful.
We need
Yeah,
to
thanks
go
for
back
going without
there.
me.
Yeah.
Oofda.
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 Fishing barge is the one where we've been talking about going out there for so long,
Yeah.
and then we're like, oh, we don't know if we can go out, so you called them or something.
I called them to see if they would allow us to go magnet fishing because, being a barge, what's all under there? Are there wires? What kind of shit's under there? And he said, yeah, come on out.
I mean, we didn't. I don't think we caught a lot.
You got some chairs.
I caught some chairs.
Yeah.
Got
We learned what a dickin is.
Was-
It's a cross between a duck and a chicken because he
fucking-
doesn't know.
No, some fucking weird chicken thing.
And we learned not to be Dick and Jesus.
Yeah.
No dick and Jesus.
And once again we got our magnet stuck and went swimming.
And who's we?
That would be me and Heather.
Yeah, we almost lost a magnet that day. That would have been our first magnet we lost, but you chunked the hell out of that rope over to the shore and pulled it. And that's the furthest I think we've been over to the shore
Oh yeah.
to save a magnet.
It was that was at the end of that, like, we're going home. That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
There's no magnet left behind.
No magnet.
No magnet left.
There's no
magnet.
cripple or magnet left behind.
That's right.
So is? Tell me about the first time you were going hooking it.
Well, like I did go to art school, you know, and was kind of poor.
No, I mean with the Kraken hooking it.
Oh, Kraken!
Wiz, what kind of video do you think we're making?
Well, that's a good one. We went, we call it July 4th Dock, and Heather had just got the Kraken, we call it, which is our hook. And
We got a hook.
and she showed it to me. I'm like, give me that thing. I'm going in.
I know. Oh my, is that a barrel?
Little did you know you are going in.
And I'm going in. Oh yeah. And that's when we caught what we call the body barrel,
Body barrel.
The Dexter barrel.
the Dexter barrels, and we pulled that out. That was a day.
It had a lot of mud in it.
It was a lot of mud.
It was heavy.
And that was a day we caught a lot of weird stuff.
We got a crutch, and it wasn't Ashley's.
What is that?
Crutch.
What?
Look at that.
No, not this
It was
time.
a different crutch.
Not this time.
But with the hook, we got that crutch. We got a chair.
They're not magnetic. We've checked.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
not
the crutches
magnetic.
are not magnetic.
We actually got money that day. We got a quarter.
Oh, yeah,
Something.
on July 4th.
July 4th. How
We got-
patriotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First day we didn't lose money magnet fishing.
Yeah.
We made
Boy,
money.
I never lose money. I don't buy my own magnets. I'm a mooch.
But that was kind of the start of using the hook, which we use a lot nowadays to get some of the bigger objects out.
And to make sure that
Mainly-
you go swimming.
That's right.
And mainly for you to catch wood.
Wood.
It's
Yeah.
easy to get wood when you're hooking it.
Ma-huh.
My lovely road hump dock.
Oh, yes.
How many humps are we up to now?
9 road humps.
9 road humps. So road humps are these cast iron lane dividers that you find on roads, at least around here.
We hit what we call road hump dock this one day. And that was the day I like to say, we call that day the day of 19 knives. We literally hit the mother lode that
We
day.
found folding knives, we found bread knives, we found steak knives, all kinds
Found
of
an
knives.
iPhone 7. We also, the first thing we found out, I think the first thing I pulled up was this heart. It was a glitter heart, we call it. And I looked at Heather and said, today is going to be a good day. And like literally every toss of the magnet we were pulling up, just tons of stuff. White Rock Special after White Rock Special.
You
like,
had your heart on a rope.
Oh yeah, I mean it was sweet.
And we found 5 chairs. I mean, just between us, we found 5 chairs that day at one dock.
Yeah.
And 2 humps.
2 humps, 2 road humps.
Which was the beginning of our road hump travels.
Yes. I mean, it was like the day, we could not stop catching stuff.
Could not stop humping.
Could not stop
We
humping.
could not stop humping.
It was a good day. I mean,
We've been humping that dock ever since.
I will never stop humping.
No.
So to wrap up our Christmas special, tell me about the time you guys were catching Christmas trees.
So, once again, favorite place, White Rock Lake.
Always were.
Once again, we got an omen. When we first started, I pulled up this heart.
It was a necklace.
Necklace heart. And I told Heather once again, it's going to be a good day. This is the sign. And you got also, I think, was that the day you got did you get a horseshoe that day?
No, but we pulled up a big signpost and it had a Pinocchio on it and it had an old magnet that wasn't any good.
That's right.
But you started hauling stuff away to the trash can.
Yeah, and then I drug all that crap over the trash can, went to the Jeep and got a water, and I come back and you're like, I'm like, oh shit, she's got her damn magnet stuck again.
That's what he
going
did.
freaking swimming. She's like,
But we've learned at this point, every time somebody walks away, something good
You're
gets
good.
found.
you're
gonna
gonna
catch
catch something
something.
good.
Yeah.
And so I come over there and
And I have Turbo. So I'm using Turbo Sneak Attack. Right where we...
Turbo, sneak attack, heart. It's all lining up. The
Yeah.
stars have aligned.
Yes, and we were catching that artificial Christmas tree, so we knew we were going to have good luck, and I did some sneak attack while he was taking some stuff up there to the trash can, and I'm pulling up Turbo, and I see like this plastic panel from an old AC unit. So I'm,
Yay!
I'm just enthralled with this thing. And then I look down, and Turbo has a gun by the muzzle. And I'm like,
the Holy Grail of magnet finds.
and of course at the lake, I'm not going to yell, gun, gun, gun.
Like I would have done.
But I'm like, oh, I'm sitting there going like, David, David. And of course he can't hear me because he's up at the Jeep getting water.
And then, yeah, I walk back and I thought she got her magnet stuck, and I walk over and I'm like, holy crap, it's you
It's
know,
the Holy Grail.
It's the Holy Grail. We found our first gun, and so we were trying like, what are we gonna do? And so like, you know, you call Dr. Neon.
Well, David here says, oh no, we'll call the cops when we get to the house. And I'm like, I don't think so. I think we need to call them now. And so I said, let me call Mr. Neon. So I called up Mr. Neon. I'm like, okay, don't panic. Okay, this is a real question.
Don't panic, the magnet's not
It's like,
stuck.
we found a gun. Well, what do we do? Do we bring it back to the house or do we call here? And he's like, no, you need to call there. So I'm like, okay. So I called cops. They came out.
DPD took it. I mean, it was some janky looking thing. It had like duct tape on it. I mean,
Yeah, on the handle.
you know, it was probably, you know, a 7-Eleven is minus a couple bottles of, you know, soda with that gun right
It
there.
was the ultimate murder medal.
It was.
It was, yeah.
But-
And it was, I think the only reason we found it is because we pulled up that signpost.
Probably.
I think it was underneath that signpost.
But like that was another day again that we just like could not find things.
And that was sneak attack, Doc.
It was sneak attack.
Sneak attack, the hearts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything aligned.
Everything
That was a good day. I mean, we found a lot of stuff, but the gun was.
Yeah.
When you tell people you magnet fish and like they always ask you, "What do you find?" You tell them a gun, they just like, "Oh, you found a gun?" You know, and it was cool. It was kind of a check that off our list
Yeah.
of cool finds for the year.
And an artificial Christmas tree.
Our first Christmas tree.
Lots of
Merry
pieces.
Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for watching.
Go magnet fishing.
Like and subscribe.
One of the great things about magnet fishing is we have a very active community. Facebook groups, YouTubers. A lot of the YouTubers are super active on looking at other people's videos, commenting, and we really love that part about the magnet fishing.
Yes, we want to give a special shout out to Mr. Neon. He's behind the camera and he puts up with all of my shit. And also Magnet Junkie.
Also, we want to give a nice shout out to Rustic Treasures Hunters and Daddy and Daughter Plus Water.
And thank you to Magnetic Mysteries and Saskatchewan Fisher.
Thanks for putting all the comments down below. And we appreciate you watching our videos.
Making conversations and putting up with my swearing and inappropriate jokes.
That's why we're here.
Yes.
We want to give a shout out for the holidays. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
And have a better year of 2020. Hopefully no one else breaks a hip.
Yes.
2020.
21, sorry.
This year just keeps going
We're
and
gonna redo
going.
2020 next year. We're
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah,
fuck
let's-
it to this one. We're
Yeah.
gonna try again next year.
Reboot.
Reboot. Keep magnet fishing. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.
And keep commenting. We love it, guys. Thanks.
We do. Thank you.
And I want you to know
We're gonna
that
have a
I'm,
blooper reel.
and I want you to know that I'm recording right now, just so that
Oh,
we
yeah,
have some
yeah.
extra.
This is the B footage.
Hold on, just
so much.
do this. Do this. Just
Everybody relax.
Just, come on, do this. No, do this. Do this.
I did it.
No, you gotta keep
There you
going.
go.
Okay, now go. We'll flag you here in a second.
Yeah. All right. Talk, Heather.
Hi, I am Neon. We magnet fish and find shit.
Yes, we do.
We're here at Whiz's
Living room
living room.
/ photo production studio.
And he has this set up all the time.
Pretty much. That's kind of like you do this and then you go get in the hot tub. You know.
Wait, hot tub next? Is that what?
All right.